Is there more we can do to stop impulsive or irrational suicides? What is it that makes a competent soldier or vet take his own life? When is the vision of not being here better than being here? How much unrelieved pain or unremitting sadness is necessary for me or others like me with our unlimited gifts of eyes, ears, smell, taste, and touch to push the delete button? Can I be in the body and mindset of a pre-suicide victim? Can I walk in his shoes and be similarly prepared to end it, to feel exactly the same and not commit that final act? We're all vulnerable, of course, but who lives in the brain of the non-statistic who doesn't pull the trigger? Is he or she saved by the love of another human or animal? Can the sense of relevant responsibility overweigh the veil of hopelessness? I don't know the exact suicide stats during and right after World War II, Korea, or Vietnam. I don't recall those news items then. Was the DOD, the Department of Defense, did they hush them up? However, now, aging vets of World War II, along with all aging white U.S. males, are the highest risk. We know that. More exacting statistical review by age, separating combat vets from non-vets, will help clarify truth from this possibly escalating myth of the mentally injured. Are former and active combatants more likely to kill themselves and others? Am I more vulnerable? If so, what new behavioral events or recurrent thoughts make me a pre-statistic, if otherwise I'm in good shape? Could anything I do turn back the tide for me or another vet? Is this a research worthy of pursuing for the rest of my life? Parentheses, infinity minus 87 years. Why not? Could I write a story or a play to change my or some other vet's made-up mindset? What has to happen to make an end-of-lifer change his or her mind? Can an Academy Award package of the best brand of gallows or foxhole humor served in a K-ration box strengthen or loosen those sticky synapses so I reflexively scrap my pistol and seek help? Do I need to return to kindergarten university to dig up artifacts of survival archaeology? Can I learn answers and possibly effect changes by being an active partner to a chronically depressed soldier or vet? Can I offer a medium of self-healing with theater, using these almost dead as teachers and possibly live actors? Will they accept me, since I'm a live former grunt? The Department of Defense and the VA have a thorough suggestion guide dating 2010. I read it. What I missed on the cursory reading is a comparable training how-to for each live squad or unit to rank prevention with the same importance as crawling under the live rounds or being booby-trap savvy. Each unit has to brainstorm with their team for the best answers. Can you picture survival cartoons on latrine toilet rolls? I think it's too simple to just accept the answer to survival as some of us being built stronger or weaker in our battle to resist suicide. We know that the better trained combat soldier statistically lives longer in battle. Is it possible that regular screens by trained buddies, as well as psych staff, can avert impulsive decisions in the almost suicidal? How many GIs have not been exposed to reasonable, or presumed, physical causes such as concussions that might shake up their synapses? How many never had an addiction to drugs or alcohol that might splotch their neurotransmitters? How many have not had a major loss or life shakeup? How many were not blessed with a genetic DNA that screwed up their chemicals? Of course, these jabs contribute to that ultimate decision, but similar bad garbage dumped on the majority of vets doesn't end up with their brains in the dumpster. can we learn from these talented survivors without having to do functional head MRIs with every short arm inspection? Every unit needs to become expert, or at least marksman, on the range of prevention. In each military community, there are savvy listeners who are not trained therapists, but who relate well to the group, and whose rabbit ears can sense danger or variation from the norm. Let's use them. Have the formal psych staff sharpen the questioning skills of these unique soldiers. Of course they'll get nicknames, but they may save lives. Are there now pertinent plays or great stories that deal with this killer and might evoke surgical decisions? I mean survival decisions. What kind of readable bibliotherapy might dig a deep foxhole dent in the depressed? Do any of the VA behaviorists have any data using Gestalt theater techniques? I believe that any long-term help has to be more than showing the almost pre-dead the beauty of life, family, and hope, but also one that gives him a mission of creativity and care for someone or some cause. Can I or others learn survival tricks that may keep our buddies alive? In World War II, the majority of us knew the reason we were there. We believed that not defeating Hitler and Japan would produce a terrible outcome. We, of course, planned to come home, but we made value judgments to fight, knowing many of us wouldn't return. The whole country was united. The reasons to risk our life today, for many of us, are more fuzzier. We have leaders in our states and Congress who wave the flag but can't rise above pettiness and dogma. Where is the art of value clarification? Even though rationally there is nothing wrong performing as a mercenary or a good whore, and most of them can be great professionals, I believe those with strong personal or patriotic belief systems may make better survivors when they know our cause is unequivocally just, even with all the armed service chicken shit. I wonder how many of our men and women give up when they no longer find any meaning in our cause. We need reborn Bugs Bunny and Wile E. Coyote cartoons to produce more up-to-date Why We Fight training films. I'm describing irrational or impulsive suicide. Of course. Real freedom allows me or anyone to make that final choice. If I have an incurable cancer and have to take enough morphine to zonk me out to control pain, suicide's a real option. I have spelled out scenarios in my advance directive that today seem rational. If I am no longer able to be creative or communicate with those I love in any meaningful way, and my family understands this, I will voluntarily stop eating and drinking and be dead in 10 days. But for the majority of our current military and vet suicides, we can and must find new ways to prevent this unnecessary waste of good Americans.